Hi Sagittarius, and welcome to your Love Tarot reading. This is for July 1st through July 15th, 2019. I'm going to look at singles, couples, disconnected, separated, everything. So Sagittarius, I'm going to start off by pulling 3 cards to look at past, present, and future energies these first 2 weeks of July in regards to love. All right, so we have regret. That's what's bringing us into July. And that's followed by soul searching. And lastly, love yourself. Okay, so Sagittarius, this here, couple different things going on. Those of you coupled up, what I see here is, you know, we've had an argument, we've had a disagreement, something has happened prior to moving into July, and that's the energy that we're starting with. You know, somebody's filled with regret, whether that's you or your partner, and, you know, the first week or so, this energy is like predominant. However, there's a lot of soul searching going on, whether it's in you or your partner or both of you. Ultimately, Sagittarius, through this process, you come to this conclusion of needing to love yourself more, needing to put yourself more, not being so accommodating and compromising is how you're feeling. Okay, those of you who are coupled up, it's really coming into a place of empowerment in yourself. Now, if your partner screwed up, I definitely feel like they, you know, see the light and they want to make it better and they're sorry. But there's something about you and how you're feeling, and it's like, okay, yeah, sure, you're sorry, but there's just this element of you that is more focused on yourself than the relationship. I don't know. Maybe this is a cycle or pattern you've been going through. It's just there's something these first 2 weeks where you're soul searching, Sagittarius, and it leads you into a place of belief that you need to put yourself and your needs more ahead in the front, in the forefront, than you have been in regards to this connection. Okay, those of you who are just kind of like dating around, listen, I feel like you were dealing with somebody who maybe wasn't the best to you, like and this regret could be where you're now regretting putting up with this person, you know, or they are now regretting what they did or put you through. But no matter what, it's like you're putting yourself first. So in a relationship or just kind of dating somebody or somebody who's like in and out of your life, Sagittarius, you're at a place of like, I've had enough. I just don't want to deal with this anymore. I need a change. I need a shift in my life. Those of you who are completely single, listen, I feel these first 2 weeks is a period of, you know, self-reflection, and you're kind of thinking about the past and different choices you've made and different things you've put up with. And there is an element of regret within you, like, I wish I wouldn't have tolerated that, or I wish I would have done that differently. But Sagittarius, this is actually healing energy for you. Anything like being pulled up from the past, like in your soul, just all of a sudden you're thinking about it, really feeling it again these first 2 weeks. Those of you who are single, it's like that needs to come up and be filtered through you so that you can move on and connect into a new romantic relationship. And it starts with loving yourself and valuing yourself 100%. Also, those of you who are single across the board or dating, I feel like there's somebody in your past that has a lot of regret about how things unfolded in the end, last words spoken, etc. And they've had a lot of soul searching since you last spoke to this point. And there may be this essence of them starting to return back into your life. But Sagittarius, make sure you don't lose yourself. Very important these first 2 weeks of July that you love and honor yourself above all things. And loving somebody should not be self-sacrificing all the time. Okay, I get that there's compromise, give and take, but what I'm seeing here is somebody who has been way, way, way too accommodating to somebody else, and now finally getting to this place of no more of this. So let's pull some dice. Okay, we need one more. Okay, so we have the Queen of Wands, the Five of Pentacles, the Magician, the Chariot, and lastly, the Stars. So Sagittarius, you have a lot of major arcana coming through, which are good major arcanas. We do have a court card here, the Queen of Swords, so this could involve an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, really strong with Aquarius with the stars there, or Cancer coming through as the Chariot. Now, Sagittarius, yeah, this here is like you are fed up. You have had enough of any sort of like rejection, disrespect, inequality, feeling neglected, feeling overlooked, feeling unappreciated. You're done with that. Like, you don't even want to compromise anymore. Yeah, Sagittarius is like, no matter your standing right now, single, dating, partnered up, it's like you are at the point of, I'm done with the crap, and you're not willing to put up with it anymore. In fact, some of you, you know, just depending on your situation, with the Queen of Swords showing, it's like you've detached from your emotional body, and you're really thinking logically about things and not really letting your emotions control you and make your decisions, where as in the past that may have been the case, but now these first 2 weeks of July you're just very clear-headed because you have been in this period of soul searching, okay, really trying to figure out what's best for you, what you want, etc. And so anybody that, you know, has been playing games, is wishy-washy, in and out, rejection, and then pull you back in, like, you're done with that. You truly are. Now, in saying that, Sagittarius, those of you who are completely disconnected from somebody, you know, we're not talking, we're broken up, there is deep remorse and regret for rejection or how things ended, okay? Whether this is you or this is them. There's deep regret. It's really on their mind, or it's really on your mind these first 2 weeks of July. It's just like, I wish I would have done that differently, or I wish I wouldn't have made that decision. I wish I wouldn't have said that. I wish I wouldn't have handled that the way that I did. Okay, there's definitely an element of that, and the remorse and the regret. And I feel that, excuse me, I'm sorry, Sagittarius, I got a really bad cold. I'm over it, but man, it's still in my sinuses, like the aftermath of it. So it's irritating and on my nerves as well. I'm sorry that you have to hear me clear my throat. It's horrible. I know, like, I don't like it either, but I can't help it. So anyways, those of you in like dating or committed relationships, even though there's this sense of remorse, it's like, I just don't think you care anymore. You want magic back in your life. You want happiness back in your life. You really want to move forward into like your dreams, your goals, your wishes. Like, you are ready for a big time shift. And if your partner isn't on board with that, it's like you're at the point where, okay, bye, see you later. I'm going to do me, and I'm only going to worry about me. Even if you're like still in the relationship, it's just like you're done. You're ready to put yourself first, and that's what you're going to do moving forward. You're being very empowered, Sagittarius. And again, whoever wronged you, whether we're still together or not talking, they are remorseful. There is a lot of regret because it's shifting your energy, or it has shifted your energy. And even if you still love them and your intention is to remain with them, they're feeling some sort of distance and disconnection from you because, like I said, you're more in your mental body than in your emotional body these first 2 weeks in the choices that you're making, okay? You're just, it's like what's good for Sagittarius, that is your focus, and that, to me, based on this reading, hasn't been your focus, but it is now. And in that shifting of energy inside of you, Sagittarius, it's leading to healing. It's leading to some magic and some excitement, okay? So the first week of July in regards to love and romance, whether you are single, dating, disconnected from somebody, or coupled up, I feel that you are more in a place of your head, not so much attached to your emotional body, and you're focused on you and what's good for you and what's going to make you happy, and you know what needs to happen within a relationship to love, for you to feel loved, honored, and valued. And through that process, the second week of July, I see the energy shifting, and you feeling, you know, like you've had some success here, happiness, wishes, healing coming in for you. So it's like if you're in a relationship, your partner's gotten the message loud and clear that you're tired of their crap and you're just not going to put up with it anymore. Even if you're still in the relationship, it's like you're going to do you, and you just, like, they don't feel they have that hold or control over you as maybe they have in the past. So it's getting them to change their tune and get more in alignment to honoring you the way that you deserve, Sagittarius. Those of you who are just kind of dating, I feel it's the same message, where this first week you just don't care. You're kind of all about yourself, and that energy is somehow, it's very attractive to other people, other, you know, people you're dating or people that you just happen to meet over these next 2 weeks. It's kind of attractive because you are so empowered and like, I'm doing me, and that's that. I'm not desperate. I don't need anything. I'm good. And that just like brings all this attention your way. By the second week, it's like you have offers of dates, or the one person, you know, that you've been kind of seeing, it's like they're ready to go to the next level, and it comes from you pulling back and putting yourself first. Don't wear your heart on your sleeve. Don't be a pushover. Don't give in this first week of July, Sagittarius. Stand your ground, assert yourself, put yourself first. Spirit's telling you to, okay? Because that shifts the energy, some negative energies that you've been dealing with. And the people around you respond very favorably to this shift of energy inside of you, which ultimately brings you victory, success, happiness, healing, and some wish fulfillment. So let's pull some more cards. All right. Well, those two definitely wanted to be part of the show here. So, all right. So the first card out is Six of Thoughts, freedom, moving on, transition. This is you all day, Sagittarius, where it's like, I don't care anymore. I'm not putting up with your crap. Seven of Flames, competition, jealousy, old flames. This sits under that Five of Pentacles. So yeah, Sagittarius, there's definitely somebody from your past where I feel they kind of rejected you or did you dirty, and now this first 2 weeks of July, like, you're all on their mind, and they're filled with a lot of regret and remorse for, you know, how they treated you, what happened, etc. And you know, I'm feeling like they want you back. Those of you who are dating somebody, again, it's just kind of like, when I say dating, I mean there's no commitment involved yet. Your energy shift where it's like, I don't feel like you're desperate or anything. I just feel like you're very accommodating, and that's made a perception in others, you know, that you're involved with. Oh, well, I can get my way with Sagittarius no matter what. And now you're done with that game. Like, you were just giving your heart, you were just giving your love, and you realize, you know what, you're taking advantage of me. So you're closing up your energy, which in turn is like, hey, wait a minute, where's Sagittarius going? What's going on here? and it's making them flock to you more. All right. Yeah. Four of Emotions, habit, routine, and grateful. This is how you're feeling, like you're tired of being treated like that. You want the magic back in your life. And look at this. Look at this under the Chariot. Twin flames, aligned, divine union, true love. That is what you want. That is what you desire. And guess what, Sagittarius? Those of you who are ready to throw up the deuces and go it on your own, I feel this is Spirit taking you away from what no longer serves you, allowing you to come into a place of healing so that you can finally align to this twin flame of yours, okay? Those of you who are disconnected from somebody, listen, this very well could be the one for you. And, you know, they're finally awakening to what you guys had and the fact that they did take you for granted, and, you know, just how whatever happened, it just wasn't like right, and they're remorseful, they're regretful because you're no longer in their life, you're no longer in their space. And from what I can see, they want to do whatever it takes to get back to you because they believe that you are the one for them. And with the stars there, Sagittarius, I feel as though you may hold the same sentiment even though you've let go and moved on, okay? You're just like, I'm done. This is how I feel, Sagittarius. No matter your situation, you're done. You're ready to just like let it go. You're ready to heal. You're ready to forgive, to purge. You're like, Spirit, whatever it takes, I'm ready. Because I want the magic. I want my true love, the one I am supposed to be with. And it's just like shifting energy. Yeah, because look what ends with those stars. Divine timing, cycles, shifts, timing. Beautiful. Sagittarius, that to me is like, it is time. That's why you're feeling all of this so strongly. You're meant to, if you're in a bad relationship, that's not your one. If you're dating somebody who's just full of crap, it's time for all of that to get out of your life. Like Spirit's clearing the space, okay? So, those of you that are, you know, really resonating with this and all this shakeups happening, Spirit's clearing the space to align you to the one you truly belong with. Now, those of you who are single, not dating anybody, listen, the time is now to really dig deep and start loving, honoring, and appreciating yourself in a whole new way, because Spirit is talking about twin flame union, like destiny here. It's a matter of timing, and right now you are in this place of energy, you know, old energy, old flames where you were taking advantage of, you were taken for granted, okay? Those were karmic energies, and now it's time to remember the magic. And that comes from digging deep in the soul and learning to love yourself, Sagittarius. Fall in love with yourself the way you would fall in love with a new person. Like, do that. Have that experience. Whether you are single, you're dating somebody, or you are already in a union. If anything, it's time to fall in love with yourself. And in that process, that's why your energy pulls back. That's why you're not willing to put up with anybody's crap anymore. And because you're loving yourself, it attracts the energy right into you. So whatever's going on, whatever you're feeling, it's time, Sagittarius. It's time to put your foot down. It's time to assert yourself. It's time to honor who you are and your needs and what you desire out of a relationship. And just because you love somebody, if you're not getting what you need, you shouldn't be there. It's unfulfilling to you, which ultimately, you know, chafes away at your self-worth and self-esteem. And it's time to move on from that. Fall in love with yourself like you would a brand new lover. And I'm telling you, Sagittarius, that's going to attract a lot of energy towards you. Now, those of you where we have separated from somebody, just because I see that divine timing, I really feel like July is the month, Sagittarius, where you and this twin flame are coming back together in union. A lot of time has passed. A lot of soul searching has taken place. And this time around, I feel like it is success. It is victory with the Chariot. It's destiny. It's time for this, okay? So as far as like new love, coming in. I don't feel like this is new love. If anything, it's somebody from the past coming in, or you are in the process where Spirit is starting to prepare you and purge you of all old energy to align you to somebody who you are truly compatible with, which I feel follows these next 2 weeks, okay? It's like you're being awoken to this process. Like you're just, wow. No matter what your situation, Sagittarius, Spirit is awakening you to your worth, your value, and what is it that you want out of a relationship. Like you can't turn away from it. It's so strong inside, and that's because it's time. If you are in an existing relationship, it's time for equality and for your partner to step up and be the person they're supposed to be to you. If you're just dating somebody and they're flaky, it's time for that person to get out of your life so the right one can come in. If you're completely single, it's time to, you know, heal and purge the past all the way down to your core so that you can align to the one that you truly belong with. Those of you, you know, there's somebody returning back into your reality, and that feels very strong over these next 2 weeks, if not through the month of July. Okay, wow. Pretty interesting reading, Sag. It started off a little crazy, but I see why. It's because it's time to align to your twin flame, you know? Okay, so we have healing soulmate connection, empathic connection, and we have incomplete. Look at that. Yes. Sagittarius, those of you where we are separated from this person, they are not complete without you. You are not complete without them. You are empathically connected to each other, okay? And I feel that the relationships that you may have been in since your separation have been healing soulmate unions. And that's why some of you who are in a relationship right now, this first 2 weeks, it might be that you're finally getting to that point where you're ready to end it because you're feeling that call of your twin flame. And maybe up to this point you weren't really sure, you know, who you were supposed to be with, but it's like these first 2 weeks of July, it's becoming very clear where you belong, even if you haven't met your twin flame yet, okay? It's like if you're in a relationship, you're feeling, and it's not the right one, you're feeling this longing for something greater, for something more. And that's because where you're at was just a healing soulmate connection. And you're going into this deep soul searching and you're recognizing the difference. Like, it's not a bad thing, okay? Because some of you who are in union, it's through this process you guys are coming into the recognition equally on both sides that you would be entirely incomplete without each other, and it's time to have equality within the relationship. And we've already discussed that, like you pulling your energy back and falling in love with yourself and focusing on yourself wakes up the other person in this relationship, okay? And you guys decide that there is no escaping each other, okay? Because you would both be incomplete, so the other person is finally stepping up more. Those of you who are just kind of dating, it's the same thing. For those Sagittarius who are in the wrong relationship, it's what you're dealing with. You're gonna just know whether they're the one or they're not, because it's like the one that you're supposed to be with, it's just on the horizon for you, or you're already in that relationship. So if you're feeling like this person isn't the one that you're dating, it's just like, oh, we get along, this, that, and the other, but it's just, I don't know, it's not the one, okay? You feel a bit of incompleteness in that connection, or whoever you're dating with, they're not the one. If there's anything that feels a bit off, okay? Because the one that is meant for you is going to be an instantaneous empathic connection where you just feel each other's vibes and you know right away, I never want to be without you again, okay? Like, how did I go all these years of my life without knowing you? Now, those of you where somebody is returning, Listen, Sagittarius, if you guys have been in other relationships, they were only soulmates to help you evolve. These were not karmics that you were with. These were soulmates to help your soul heal, to help you evolve somehow, some way. But your connection has never left each other, and you both have felt incomplete without the other, and you will continue to feel that way until you guys come back into your twin flame union. Okay, so those are your messages, Sagittarius. I am wishing you all the best. Take care.